Let's talk about Philomena. Just absolutely stunning reviews. People are so excited about this film, which you co-wrote.
Yeah.
You co-star in it.
Mm-hmm. And I produce it too.
And you produce it as well.
Yeah, yeah.
You're doing that jerk thing again. And you're in it with Dame Judi Dench.
Yeah.
Such a fantastic actress. What's it like to work with her?
She's great. She just, she's not Damey-like at all. She's very, in the morning she'd make fun of me and accuse me of having Botox and collagen implants, however much I denied it. And,
right.
And she was really, I had to go around to her house to tell her the story, to try and convince her to do the part.
Had you met her before?
I hadn't, no. Someone said, go to her house. I mean, we planned it. I didn't just knock on the door.
Right.
Let me in! I want to tell you a story. I know you're in there. No,
hey,
Exactly, yeah. I went in, I told her, there's two parts of the film. There's Philomena, that Judi Dench plays, and the player Martin Sixsmith, the journalist, and who I play. And I told her the story. She went, "This sounds an amazing story." I said, "Would you be interested in playing Philomena?" She said, "Yes, very interested." She said, "Who would you have in mind to play Martin?" And I went, "Well," I said, "we've had a few ideas kicking around, but here's a curveball. Me."
And that went over okay?
And she went, "Okay, and is that a fixed thing?" I went, "Yeah, it's kind of a fixed thing." Yeah. Kind of a fixed thing. So we got past that, and then we made the film. She's very funny. She's got a great sense of humor.
Would you make her laugh on something? Because you do great impressions. Did you ever do impressions for her?
I did do impressions for her. I did my James Bonds, which I think everyone can do. And
that's not true.
Well, I can do. Well, I can do the. See, lots of people at parties think they can do Sean Connery, and what they do is they go, "My name is Bond, James Bond, 007."
Right.
But they don't get the depth. But they don't get the depth of the voice and speak like that and make sure it's very, very deep.
That's good. That's a good Sean Connery.
And,
you do Sylvester Stallone, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I like to do Sylvester Stallone as Hamlet.
Hey, Sylvester Stallone as Hamlet.
To be or not to be. What is noble in the mind to stuff the slings and arrows of outrageous sport, or to take a sidewinder helicopter and napalm an entire village.
Can you tell us a little bit about the movie? I'm familiar with the story, and it deals with a very heavy subject, which you read an article, and you were very moved by this article and decided to write a movie.
I cried, and I'm quite a tough guy. So when I cried, I thought, this is the serious part of the show, okay?
Yeah.
If you don't laugh now, that doesn't mean it's not funny. It just means you're not supposed to laugh.
The jerk cried. I mean, come on.
Yeah, the jerk cried. He's human. It's a story about this Irish woman who had her child forcibly adopted 50 years ago, and she hadn't told anyone about it, and she went looking for her son, and the journey took her to America, and I played the journalist who helped to look for him, and it took them all the way to Washington, and it's quite a tragic story, and people are shocked and outraged by it.
This was a common practice.
It was in Ireland in the 1950s and 60s. If you had a child out of wedlock, then it was a shameful thing, and they sent you off to these homes where you had to have the baby, and then they sold the babies to Americans, American Catholics. If they were, you would have been great. Yeah, you would.
It's a stolen baby.
Yeah.
No one would buy me.
He's too big.
They're like, he's free. Like, no, we don't want him.
Yeah,
he's too needy.
So it's a true story, and the people who were involved, the real Philomena and the real Martin, went around with myself and Judi and promoted the film, and people are really. But the interesting thing about it is there are a lot of laughs in it. It's a tragic story, but people come out the cinema going, "I didn't think it was going to be so funny," because I didn't want to do one of those films where you come out of the cinema thinking, "I just want to slash my wrists."
Right.
I want to do something people come out of the cinema and they go, "You know what? Life's worth living."
Yeah.